Welcome to you all. Hope you are well. To see the figure, you already get an idea that today I am going to talk about power and efficiency from chapter Work, Energy and Power for class 12. Video is presented by Muhammad Ashraful Islam, lecturer, Department of Physics, Milestone. From our today's discussion, we will able to learn power. We can explain the relation between power, force and velocity, and we can explain efficiency, and at last we can explain we can solve some mathematical problem. Let us have a look of power. The definition of power is the amount of work done per unit time by a body is called power. It is denoted by P, and if W amount of work is done at time t, then the formula of power will be P equals to W by T. Here W is the work done, which unit is joule, and T is the time, which unit is seconds. If we put the unit of work and time in the formula of P, then we'll get the unit of power is joule per seconds. Joule per second. There are another two unit of power, which are kg meter square per second cube, and another is watt. The dimension of power is ml square t inverse 3. The power is a scalar quantity. That means power has only magnitude but no direction. Now I would like to talk about the different formula of power. If you try to solve some mathematical problem, then you can face different problem about the formula, because there are more than 5 formula about the power. Let us talk about the formula of power. The main formula of the power is P equals to W by T. As you know, the formula of work W is Fs cos theta. Here theta is the angle between force and displacement. If we consider the force is applied and the displacement will takes place along the direction of force, then the angle between the force and displacement will be 0 degree. In that case, the formula of P will be P equals to Fs by T. Again, putting the formula of force F equal to ma in the formula, we'll get another formula of power, which is mas by T. And again, if the acceleration due to gravity takes place, then the formula of power will be mgh by T. These are the formula of power which will help you to solve mathematical problem. And if we observe that the formula clearly, then we can see the power will depends mass, height, work and time. Work, mass, height is the proportional to the power, and time is inversely proportional to it. Let consider two persons doing same amount of work, and they will take the different time. Then, and again, if we consider the first person will take more time than the second person to lifting some amount of weight, in that case the power of the second person will be more than the first person, though the second person will take less time than the first person. In that case, the power will depends on only time, because here the work done is same. Let us see a video. In that video, you can see there are two weight lifters lifting their weight at 2 meter high, and the mass of the weight 100 kg each. If you want to calculate the work done by both of the weight lifters, then we know work equals to mgh. Here m is the mass 100 kg, g acceleration due to gravity, which value 9.8, and h is height, which value is 2 meter. If we put the value of mass, acceleration due to gravity and height, then we'll get the work done for both person 1960. That means work done for both weightlifter is equal. And if you see the video, then you can see the second weightlifter will lift his weight faster than the first weightlifter. And now, what does power mean? Power means the rate at which someone or somebody does work. If you want to calculate the power, then we know power equals to work by time, and we have already calculated the value of work, which is 1960 joule for each weightlifter. And from the video we can see the first weightlifter takes 3 seconds to lift his weight, and second weightlifter takes 1 second to lift his weight. If we put the value of time in the equation of power, then we'll get the power. The first weightlifter is 653 and 653 joule per seconds, and the power of the second weightlifter is 1960 joule per seconds. In that case, the power of the second weightlifter is more than the power of the first weightlifter, though they are doing same amount of work, but the second weightlifter takes less time than the first weightlifter, so that the power of the second weightlifter is more than the first weightlifter. Let us see another example of power. Here you can see 1000 kg mass of car takes 2 seconds to reach 5 meter per second velocity. If you want to calculate the power of the car, then we know power equals to work by time. Here work is not given, though the car is moved with a velocity, so it will gain kinetic energy, and that kinetic energy will convert into work. So we can write half mv square by time, and we know here the mass and velocity is given. If we put the value of mass, velocity and time, then we will get the power of car is 6250 watt. Now what does power mean? It means the rate at which the work is done. Hope you have understood the videos. Now the relation between power, force and velocity. We know the formula of power, P equals to W by T. Here W is work and T is time. If we put the formula of work, Fs cos theta, in the equation, then we can write P equals to Fs cos theta, Fs cos theta by T. And if we separate S by T from the equation, then we can write F into S by T into cos theta. As you know, the rate of change of position with time is called velocity. That means V equal to S by T. And if we put the value of V equal to S by T in that formula, then we can write P equal to Fv cos theta. And if the force act along with the displacement, then the angle between force and displacement will be 0. And we know cos 0 equals to 1. So if we put the value of cos 0 1 in the equation, then formula of power will be P equal to Fv. That is the formula of power. That is the relation between power, force and the velocity. Now the power in case of the rotational motion, we know work done equals to the torque and the angular displacement. And again we know power P equals to W by T. If we put the value of work, which is torque into angular displacement, in the equation, then we can write torque into angular displacement divided by time. And as we know the angular displacement by time equals to angular velocity, then we can write the power P equals to torque into angular velocity. That is the formula of rotational motion. Let us discuss about different unit of power. First of all, the unit of electric power is kilowatt to calculate the electric bill, and the unit of electric energy is kilowatt hour. And it is a very important conversion, which is 1 kilowatt equals to how many joule. And we know 1 kilowatt hour equals to 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. Let's have a look another unit of power. You can see electric motor. What is the power of electric motor? It is HP. Yes, HP means what? HP means horsepower, and we know the 1 horsepower equals to 746 watt. These are the formula of these are the unit of power. Now we'll discuss about efficiency. Efficiency means the ratio of effective energy and total input energy. It is generally expressed in percentage and it is denoted by P. It has no unit. Why it has no unit? Because it is the ratio of same quantity. Here you can see it is the ratio of same quantity, energy by energy, so it has no unit. The formula to calculate the efficiency of an engine is E equals to effective energy divided by total input energy. Effective energy means the energy which is obtained from the engine, and if we given 100 joule energy to an engine, then the engine will not give back 100 joule energy due to the friction. That given energy will convert into another energy which may be heat energy or something like this. That is why we cannot get the 100 joule energy again. We can say efficiency can never be 100%. Here some energy will be lost. Now if you asked you, what do you mean by efficiency 30%? It means if 100 joule energy is given to an engine, then the energy obtained by the engine will be 30 joule. There is three formula of power. You can see the formula in the figure in the presentation. The formula of eta is E out divided by E in into 100%. Another formula E out divided by E in into 100%. Here the significance of the quantities are: E in means total input energy, the energy given to the engine. E out is effective energy or output energy. If somebody doing some work, or if a body has kinetic energy, we can calculate the output energy by applying formula of kinetic energy or MAS, that formula. Here P in means the total input power and P out means effective power or output power by the engine. We can calculate also the output power by the formula of mg. Now from our above discussion, here some comprehensive based question is arise, which are efficiency can never be 100%. We have already discussed that topic, discussed the question. And the second question is, what do you mean by efficiency an engine 30%? This question have already discussed in our previous topic. What do you mean by HP? Let us talk about it. HP is the unit to measure the power of an engine, electric engine. The full form of HP is horsepower, and you know 1 horsepower equal to 746 watt. What does it mean? It means 746 joule work is done in 1 second. And the next question is, explain the wastage energy of an engine. And that question already have discussed in the last topics. Let's see in the next question. The next question is, show the relation between power, force and velocity. And that question is that question have already discussed in our last presentation. The next question is, what do you mean by power of an electric bulb 25 watt? The power of an electric bulb 25 watt means 25 joule heat energy and light energy will produce in 1 second. And the last question is, what do you mean by power of a power station 2 megawatt? Here MW, that means megawatt. What does it mean? It means 2 into 10 to the power 6 watt. 2 into 10 to the power 6 joule work is done in 1 second. Again I speaking, 2 into 10 to the power 6 joule work is done in 1 second. That means if 2 into 10 to the power 6 energy will produce in 1 second from the power station. And then mathematical problem. Here we can solve some mathematical problem. The first problem is, an electric pump 1000 kg of water per minute from a well of depth 10 meter. If 40% efficiency of an engine is lost, then find the horsepower of the engine. That means we have to calculate the power of the engine in horsepower unit. So let us see what is the given quantity. The given quantity here, the mass of the whale is given 1000 kg, height is given here 10 meter, time is given 1 minute, and we have to convert minute to seconds, so we have to multiply by 60, then the result will be 60 seconds. The lost efficiency is given 40%. What will be the effective efficiency? It must be 60%. By subtracting by 100 we will get the result 60%, and 60% means 0.6, and we have to calculate the input power. What is the formula? The formula of efficiency is, we know eta equal to E out divided by E in, and now we have to calculate the P in. So the P in equals to P out divided by eta. Here we don't have the value of P output, so we have to calculate the P output by the formula of mgh by T. That is, we have already discussed in our earlier lecture. So P output means mgh by T. mgh, T and eta is given. If we put the value of both the quantities, then we'll get the power in watt unit, which is 2.722 into 10 to the power 3 watt. Now we have to convert the power into power unit to horsepower unit. How? If we divide by 746, then we'll get the horsepower unit, and the formula and the output power will be 65 horsepower. Let's see the second question. The second question is, a load of mass 270 kg is pulled by a crane with a velocity of 0.1 meter per second. Then what is the power of the crane? After solving the math, let's see the given quantity here. The given quantity is, mass is given 270 kg, velocity is given 0.1 meter per second, and acceleration due to gravity we have 9.8 meter per second square. We have to calculate the power, and we know there is a relation between power, force and velocity, which is P equal to F into V. Here V is given, but the value of force is not given, so we have to need to search another formula to calculate the force, and we know force equal to mg, so our formula becomes P equal to mgv. If we put the value of mgv in the equation, then we'll get the result P equals to 2.264.6 watt. That is the answer. Now have a look at question 3. Question is, the depth and the diameter of a well full of water are 10 meter and 4 meter respectively. A pump can make the well empty in 20 minutes. To calculate the horsepower of the pump. This math is the very important for your examination. Let us discuss the math. First of all, we have to know the volume of the well. If we consider the volume of the well is cylindrical, So we know the formula of volume of a cylinder is V equals to pi r square L. Here depth of the well is given 10 meter, diameter of the well is given 4 meter, so radius of the well will be 2 meter. If we put the value of L and R, then we'll get the volume of the well is 125.664 meter cube. Now I want to calculate the mass of the deep well, of the water into the deep well. So there is no exact value of mass, so to calculate the mass of the water we have to consider the formula of density. We know the formula of density is rho equal to m by v. Here rho is the density, m is mass, v is volume, and we know the density of the pure water is 1000 kg. Now to calculate the mass we can write the equation from m equals to rho into v. Putting the value of rho and v, will get the mass is 1.25 into 10 to the power 5 kg. So now let us discuss the main fact. This is the very important fact. If you want to empty the well completely, then you cannot empty the well completely at once. Now if we consider the three portion of the deep well, the portion at the top, portion at the middle, and the bottom portion, the engine, the work done by the engine to release the water from the upper portion is less. The work done to rise the water from the middle portion is more than the upper portion, and at last the work done by the engine for the lower portion is more than the former two. So we have to calculate the average displacement of water. Now let us see how can calculate the average displacement of water. We can calculate the average displacement of water if we consider the height of the upper portion is 0 and the height of the lower portion is 10. Then the average displacement of water will be h prime equal to 0 plus h by 2. That means h by 2. Here h is the height of the water level, and in the question the height of the water level is given 10 meter. So the average displacement of the water will be 10 by 2, that means 5 meter. And we have to calculate the power. So we have already mass, height, and the time. So now we'll choose the formula P equal to mgh by t to calculate the power. And if we put the value of m, g, h prime and t in the formula of P, then we'll get the result in power in watt unit. But we have to convert into horsepower unit, because in the question it is mentioned that we have to calculate the power in horsepower unit. So what have to do? We have to divide by 746, then we'll get horsepower unit, and the power of the engine will be 6.87 horsepower. That's the result. Hope all of you understood. Now question 4. The question is how much time is required to empty the well half by an engine of power 5 HP. Here in the stem the depth of the well is mentioned. You can see here 12 meter and the diameter is given 2 meter. Let us see the solution. First of all we have to calculate the volume. So here given quantity is the depth, L equals to 12 meter, diameter is given 2 meters, so the radius will be 1 meter, and the formula to calculate the volume of the deep well is V equal to pi r square L. Putting the value of radius and the length, we will got the result. Then the volume is 37.699 meter cube. Now we have to calculate the mass, and we will choose the value formula of density rho equal to m by v. From the formula we can write m equals to rho into v. Here rho is the density, which is value 1000, and v is 37.699. Putting the value, we will get the result 3.77 into 10 to the power 4 kg. And now the main thing of that math, to calculate the average displacement of water. Here water level of the well is 6 meter, because we have to empty the well half. That is why the height of the water level will be half of 12, that means 6 meter. And now we have to calculate the average displacement of water, and this average displacement of water we have already discussed in our earlier math number 3, which is the average displacement of water H prime will be the H by 2. Here H is the height of the water level, which is 6 meter. Then we'll get the result of H prime is 3 meter. And if now we have to calculate the mass, we cannot use the mass of 3.77 into 10 to the power 4 kg, because we have to empty the well half. That is why we have to consider the mass of the water of the well becomes half. That is why we can write here m prime equals to m by 2, and the result of m prime is 18,850 kg. And here the power of the pump is given 5 HP, that means 3730 watt. Now if we try to calculate the time by using that quantity, then we have to choose the formula P equals to mgh by t. And now now we changing the position of t with P, then we can write t equals to m prime g h prime by p. After putting the value of m prime g h prime p, we got the result t equals to 148.57 seconds. That is Thank you being with me.